Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel Septeria 18. I decided to do a two-part video series in this for this video. So this is part one, and I wanted to share with you a mini slimline daily journal in a shabby theme that I had made here, as you can see, the one that I've got in front of me. And I'm also wanting to share with you three kits that I have put together so you could also make this similar mini slimline daily journal if you want to use my kit. So for the part one, which is this video, I'm just going to give you a flip through of the journal as well as what's included in the kit if you would like to make one of these, which will be listed in my Etsy shop. I will then do a part two, so you could follow my tutorial, so you could also make one of these slimline daily journals. It's really easy. It's just a basic simple journal, so it is a perfect project if you're a beginner to junk journaling, or if you just want to make a quick journal for some daily journaling, or just something to journal for the week. This is a perfect little journal for you as well. You don't need a lot of papers to make this, but let me go ahead and let me just share with you this cute little journal. It's really lovely. I love the slimline, the slim look of the size. It's not too bulky. Again, when you put it together, it's really simple. It's just the fun part after that is decorating and adding all the bits and pieces to pretty up your journal. Add some dangles, some trim, lace, and all of that. And that just then will just give it more character to your book as well. So let me just show you what I've done here in the front of my journal. I just hand torn some cotton fabric to create the closure. So I also wanted to show you a way that you could keep the closure intact in your book, so you don't just wrap it around your book and then you it's separate from the book. I wanted to make a closure so that the trim or whatever you're using will stay with your booklet and then keep everything together. So that's what I've done here. Just some cotton fabric in like a cream color, and it just opens up like that, and you can see that it still stays in your onto your spine. I also added a cute little butterfly dangle here. Let me just bring it around so you can see. So I added this cute little vintage style butterfly dangle with a pearl, and attach a little clasp to the ring so that I could take it off if I wanted to not have it there, or if I want to attach something different or add on some more dangles, I could do that. So that's where I've attached the fabric on and onto some crochet string. And then I've got some lace here that I wanted to cover part of the cover as well. It was also just a nice way to neaten up the spine, and also decorates the back of my book as well, and looks really pretty. And this paper that I use for this journal, it's by Kaisercraft. It's a very old paper collection, but they may still have some. I don't know the collection, but I just had this piece left over, so I thought it was perfect to make this journal. And then on the front here, I did some embellishing as well, just to pretty it up again and add some paper flower pieces. This one here is a paper flower by Prima Flowers. I made my own little tiny fabric yo-yo down the bottom here, and added a little flap back center. Had some little lace pieces and some fabric pieces, embroidery, and some lace here, and I just added that and laid it to the back, just to, again, just give it some more frill and some, just to make it really stand out. I've made a little what they call it, like a stick pin to decorate the front as well, and that can come out like that. So this is how I've made it. It's really pretty, and I'm going to have these in my shop, and I'm going to have like a set of 4 as well listed in my shop, in case you'd like to add these to your journals to decorate your cover or use it for other projects. And so that just goes in like that. I also then added a little pocket in the front because it's a slimline journal, I wanted more space so I could do some more journaling. So I just created a cute little, tiny little note booklet here, just so I could add some more notes if I wanted to, or do some quoting. So I thought that was cute. And this paper is from, I think it's the August subscription box by Your Creative Studio. So that she had sent me a whole heap of these in the box, and all I'd done was cut it in half and then fold it in half again to create a little booklet. So there are a few things in this journal that are from the Your Creative Studio subscription boxes from August, September and October. I think I've mixed a few of the ephemera pieces in here from her box that she'd sent to me. So over here, when I turn it over, I've got some lace on the side here and created a side tuck spot for tags. If I wanted to add some tags or some more tea dye stain paper, I can add some more in here. This again is also from Your Creative Studio. I'm not sure which subscription box this was in, but it may have been September maybe, but it's really pretty. I do like this one, so I thought that was nice to go in that pocket. And then here is one of the pages using my tea dye stained paper that I dyed myself. And these are some layering I had done, again, using Your Creative Studio ephemera pieces from the subscription boxes. This is a little music piece of scrap that I had laying around. I just distressed that with my vintage photo by Tim Holtz. And then there's another page here for me. So you can see there's not a lot of room, but just enough to do some simple journaling that I may have in my thought, or I just wanted to write some things in here. Then over here, it's a little flip pocket actually, and I did use a book page to create the pocket, and then I used a paper clip dangle that I also made, and it's just so cute. I had some of these little lace pieces, and I thought that was just pretty enough to add to the little dangle of the clip. So you can see it looks really cute, and I use that as a closure. So then you just open up this way, and there is a little tuck spot here on the front, and then inside here is a pocket, and I've just placed another little envelope that I've made myself, and I stamped it as well, so I could add stickers in there or some other ephemera pieces, and that goes in there. And there is a lot of space in there as well to add more stuff or some tags. And then it was just plain on the back of this digital print that I have, and I just added some lace to the white part just to give it more texture, and I like the way how it sticks out along the edges. And yeah, so this is a digital print that I purchased on Etsy. And then on the back of the pocket is another pocket here that I made. Again, this is from Your Creative Studio, their recent box. I think it's their October box, and it's the fairies theme. So I made that into a pocket, and I also added one of these little note papers that was part of the same monthly box, and it was like a notepad. I just tore this up and distressed it and folded it into three, so that's something I could also do some writing, and I thought that would be nice in there. So plenty of space for me again to write. And here is another page as well. Got a little paper clip that I also made, and then you flip it over. I've again did some layering here, and then I've opened it up. I made it into a double page so that there's more room for me to write. I also stamped this corner, and then if I want to, I've also got room to write like that way as well. So I've got a double page. And then I've just got here some tea dye stained baking paper, just to add more texture to the journal. Just like the way it makes this nice, really ruffling sound. I don't know why. I just like the little crackling sound of the paper, and the way it's sort of got the staining on the baking paper. I had some trim. I just fold that in half. I sewed it to create a little tab. Added a cute little bird dangle with a little crystal on the end, and just place the jump ring through the crochet trim. and this is the back, and then this is the middle part, which I've just got to cut apart here from a 12 by 12 paper that I had, which I thought was just perfect to fit in the middle. And again, I've got a little space here to do some writing, as well as here and here, and so I thought that looked good in the middle. And then I added some decorative beads just to dangle the string here, and just added a little bow. I thought that was pretty. One of my fabric trim that I still have these in my shop. I think you get a pack of 6 different fabric trims, and I thought that was nice along the edge. Added a cute little dangle again that I've made, and I'll have these in my shop as well very shortly. So these are great to just add to the end of your pages. It's really pretty. And then again, this is the next page. I placed one of my tab, they're like tab strips that I had done a video as well on how you could make these, and I thought this was perfect to add to the edge here. And this is the next page, and this is the other side of the pocket, which is this one. So that way you get another pocket, again done the same way. Got a clip that I've made to use as a closure, so there's 2 there. Made a little fabric cluster, and these were also in my shop. I may still have these in my shop, I'm not too sure, but I added that to the end of the flip part of the pocket closure. Here is another little tuck spot and another one at the back, so I made that, so there's 2 spots there. And then in here is another pocket. Then turn that over, and then there is another double page for me to do some writing. And then I could also have another double page on this side. And I did some stamping. Oh, not some stamping. These were also from your creative studio. I think this is the September box. I just fussy cut the little flower and had some of this leftover sticker piece. So that is that part. And I also finished it off with a pocket that I had made in one of my tutorials a while back. It's like an expandable pocket, so there's room to add lots of stuff. As you can see, this is a music paper that I have. I stamped that, fussy cut this pretty flower, and there is a side pocket here. Let me just get this out. Oh, sorry, actually it's double pocket. So there's one there. Then I've got some vellum here to add another pocket on the back. So there's actually 2 pockets. So you can see there's 2 pockets there to add some fun ephemera pieces and little tags in there. And then up here is another pocket, which I've just folded that over to create another spot for some writing. Got a tag that I made myself. And then this is another little tea dye stained paper, and I added some seam binding with another charm dangle, little butterfly. Did some stamping, and I thought this is just another great way for me to do some more writing here and on the back here as well. So I thought that was perfect, and it fitted perfectly in this pocket as well. So that's a pocket. So I thought I'd share with you this really easy, it is an easy journal. It may look really difficult, but when you see the tutorial on how to make this, it really is very simple. And if you're a beginner, you'll be able to make this in no time. So this is the journal, or the Slimline daily journal, I call it. You can also make it a weekly journal. And so I want to share with you the kit as well, if you want to purchase the kit. I've only made 3 for this one, and the cover is not this particular cover, but it's more of a neutral cream and brown tones. And let me bring it over and show you. So let me see. Let me just put them together. It's a really lovely kit. I had fun putting this together as well. So I've got one here, and I have, I'm supposed to get one more. Here we are. So this is the second one, and then I have another one here. So I have 3 kits that I had so much fun putting together. If you're interested, my kits do go, they do sell out really quick. So I will have this listed once I do the tutorial, which will be my part 2 video. But let me show you what you get in the kit, because now you have an idea of the journal that I've put together. So you get this little lovely pack of trim. Let me open it up so you could see. And you get some trim. I've made a couple of fabric yo-yos as well, if you want to use them in your journal. So it just comes in a clear seal bag, which you could alter this as well if you wanted to create a pocket. So on the inside, you get the cotton fabric that I hand torn to create the closure for your journal. Also a little strip of this crochet trim to create the little tab if you wanted to use that for the tab. And there's a little flower that you could adhere as well to the crochet if you want to decorate that, or you can place that somewhere else if you like. There's a little lace mini teeny fabric yo-yo. It's the same size as this one. It's just this one that you'll receive is a lace one, so that still will look really pretty. There is another larger fabric yo-yo, and you get a random pattern print fabric yo-yo, which you could also use. And there is this little the bird dangle with the crystal on the on a safety pin, and that's this little one here. And I thought it was just nice placing it on the yo-yo so that you'll be able to find it if you want to use it. And then there is some crochet string as well to create the center part to bind the journal as well. So you get that, and there's also this scallop circle shape that I punched out. I made a little envelope as well if you wanted to use this envelope for your journal or for your projects. So that is included in that. And then I've also made another pocket with some more lace trim here, which you can just untie, and then you can also use that in your journal if you wanted to do that. And then on the inside, you get the little pocket that I had in the back of my journal here. So it's the same as this one. So it's the same as this one here. And then on the inside, you also get the tag that I've made. You get a little the note and the little folded note paper, oops, that you could use to write. And then there's also on the back. So that's included in there. I think that goes in there, I think. So that's that. And then I also made a little cluster with some cheesecloth. There's some tulle at the back there. I've made some tulle on some digital paper and some of my music paper and printed paper with the little dangle that I showed you in one of the pockets. That was for this one here. So you get that as well. So I've placed it onto the little cluster for you so you can find that. And that was just placed in here. And then you can add this cluster in your journal and then use it as a way to decorate your pages. So that comes with that. And I've also placed two of these craft papers that I stamped. And you can use these two for whatever you like in your journal or for your other projects. But I thought I'd add that into the kit because that is what I used to make the little pocket here. I just tore it to however deep I want the pocket and just sort of glued the bottom. And then the other piece, I made it up here to make the pockets here on the pocket part of the page. So I've done that. So you also get two of those, so you could do what you like with that. And there's also a doily if you want to add the doily into the page or use that as embellishing. And this is the pocket that I've made. And then you could also alter this the pocket, and you could reuse this pocket for yourself or to add into your larger journals. So that's what you get in the little pieces. And then this is the paper pack that comes with it. And I'm just going to untie it so you could see how it all works. So I've just used some crochet string to keep it together. This is the cover of the slimline, mini slimline journal, like this one here. So it isn't the same paper, but this is the paper print that you'll get. And the three different kits, as you can see, they're all slightly different but similar. So this is the other cover. And then this one here is the other cover as well. So you can see they're slightly different, but they're still lovely lovely printed covers, so it just depends which one you'll receive. And I've put everything together in the book, in the cover, so everything is in place for you, so you don't get confused on which way it goes, which order they will go in. But if you watch the tutorial, you'll be able to follow it, and when you make your own or purchase this one, you can look back at my tutorial. I've just added a little clip here with some leftover lace that I had, just to keep all the pages together in your journal. So I've kept that all together for you, and then if you want to, you can move them wherever you like. You don't have to have it in this order. I just thought putting it together like that would make it easier. I've also added some extra paper pieces. This is another tea dye stain note paper with some lines. I've got a plain vellum sheet that you could use, book page that I had to trim down so that it would fit in my packaging box when I mail it out. So I did trim it down, but it will still be the same size for whatever you need for this journal. And I've also placed in here some more tea dye stained paper for you, so you get 4 pieces if you wanted to add more pages to the journal for this one here. So I thought leave that for you if you wanted to add more or make another journal. You've got some of the papers here. So this is what you get in the kit. So these are all the fun pieces. That's kit number 1, and then there is also this kit, which is pretty much the same. Again, just a different fabric yo-yo, and there might be, I think that's the only one that's going to be different. Everything else stays the same. And then in here is also another pocket with a little cluster with a dangle tag and the note, folded note paper. And then this is kit number 3 as well. So this one here has this pattern yo-yo in there with the little dangle and all the bits and pieces. So I thought I'd share with you in this video the kit, the mini slimline daily journal, which is part 1 video, and I will be back with part 2 to create this really a fast, simple journal for you as well. So hopefully I'll see you in my part 2 video for the tutorial. Bye for now.